Now we will see trigonometric ratios of 0 and 90. Okay, so let's take this triangle A, B, C. Okay, now let's take this angle A. Okay, now with respect to angle A, what is opposite side? Opposite side is BC. What is adjacent side? Adjacent side is AB. Okay, so what is hypotenuse? That you can see opposite to angle 90, that is AC. So AB is the adjacent side, BC is the opposite side, AC is the hypotenuse. So what is sine A or sine theta? So sine A will be BC divided by AC, opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Cos A will be AB divided by hypotenuse. Okay, that is AB divided by AC. Now what is tan A? That is opposite side divided by adjacent side, that is BC divided by AB. Now what we need to do is we need to make this angle A 0 degree and 90 degree. So first we will make this angle A 0 degree, okay, and then we will see the values of sine 0, cos 0, tan 0, cosec 0, sec 0 and cot 0. After that we will make this angle A 90 degree, then we will again see these sine 90, cos 90, tan 90, etc. Okay, now the question is, how will you make this angle A 0 degree? How can you make this angle 0 degree? You can drop this point C towards B. Okay, so when you drop this C towards B like this, you can see angle A is reducing, right? And reducing, and when the point C coincide with point B, you can see angle A becomes 0. Okay, so now when the point C coinciding with point B, you can see angle A becomes 0. Now with respect to this angle A, now opposite side is BC, but this BC is now 0. Okay, because that C is now coinciding with B. So opposite side is now 0. Adjacent side is the same. Okay, now what about hypotenuse AC? AC now came and coincided here. So AC and AB is equal now. Or you can say angle A is very close to 0 and the side BC is very close to 0. So when angle A is 0, opposite side is very close to 0. What about hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is close to the adjacent side or equal to the adjacent side. Okay, now with respect to this angle is what we need to find sine 0, cos 0, tan 0, etc. So what is sine 0? So sine 0 will be opposite side BC divided by hypotenuse. Now we have already understood that BC is very close to 0 and hypotenuse is very close to AB, that is the adjacent side. So what is BC? BC is 0. So sine 0 will be 0 divided by hypotenuse, okay, and that's anyway 0. So sine 0 is 0. Next is cos 0. Okay, so we have angle A which is 0. So adjacent side is AB. Okay, so AB divided by hypotenuse. Okay, so hypotenuse will be also equal to AB. Okay, now AC is very close to AB because the point C is coinciding with B. Okay, that you can see here. So AB and AC are now very equal or close. So we can say cos 0 equal to 1 because adjacent side and hypotenuse are equal now. Okay, so when angle is 0, adjacent side and hypotenuse is equal. Okay, both are coinciding. So cos 0 is 1. Now what about tan 0? Tan 0 will be opposite side divided by adjacent side. We already understood opposite side is 0. So tan 0 is going to be 0. So sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1 and tan 0 is 0. Okay, now let's look at cosec 0, sec 0 and cot 0. Now what is cosec 0? That is the reciprocal of sine 0. Sine 0 is 0, 1 by 0 is not defined, right? So cosec 0 is not defined. Okay. Similarly, what is sec 0? Sec 0 will be 1 by cos 0. We know cos 0 is 1, so 1 divided by 1 which is equal to 1. So sec 0 is 1. Cosec 0 is not defined. What about cot 0? Cot 0 will be 1 by tan 0. We already saw tan 0 is 0, so 1 by 0, again not defined. So sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, tan 0 is 0, sec 0 is 1, cosec 0 is not defined, cot 0 is not defined. Now we need to look at sine 90, cos 90, etc. Again let's consider the same triangle A, B, C. Okay, now we want to make this angle A 90. Earlier we have made the 0 by dropping C. Now we need to make this angle 90. How will you do that? You can slide it towards this side, okay? So when you slide A to this point B, when A coincide with B, you can see here there is an angle of 90 degree, okay? So now A is coinciding with B and this BC is the same, but what happened with AB? This AB length became 0 when A become 90. So when A become 90, A will come close to B. So when A coincide with B, A become 90. So you can see adjacent side is 0. So now in this case, when angle A become 90, adjacent side is 0. Just like in the previous case, opposite side was 0. Now what about hypotenuse? Hypotenuse AC, you can see AC here now and A here now. A is coinciding with B. So AC is now equal to BC. Okay, so AC is equal to BC or very close to BC, and AB is very close to 0 or 0, and A is 90 degree. Now what is sine 90? Sine 90 will be opposite side, that is BC, divided by hypotenuse, which is AC. Now we know BC and AC is very close or similar, so 1 divided by 1 or BC divided by AC, both are equal, so sine 90 is 1. Okay, now what about cos 90? Cos 90 will be adjacent side, which we now see that when angle A become 90 degree, adjacent side or AB is 0. So 0 divided by hypotenuse. Now we don't want to consider whatever it is hypotenuse. Okay, so hypotenuse AC is now equal to BC, but we don't want to consider that because numerator, that is adjacent side, is 0. So cos 90 is 0. What about tan 90? Tan 90 will be sine 90 divided by cos 90. We understood sine 90 is 1, cos 90 is 0. So divided by 0 is not defined. So tan 90 is not defined. Now what is cosec 90? Cosec 90 is 1 by sine 90. So when 1 by sine 90 is cosec 90, so sine 90 we already know that is 1. So cosec 90 will also be 1. Now what is sec 90? Sec 90 will be 1 by cos 90, so 1 by 0, which is not defined. What is cot 90? That is cos divided by sine, right? Cos 90 divided by sine 90. So cos 90 is 0, 0 divided by 1, that is 0. So sine 90 is 1, cos 90 is 0, tan 90 is not defined, cosec 90, that is 1, sec 90 is not defined, and cot 90 is 0, okay? Now if you combine both the things that we have learned, 0 and 90, sine 0 was 0, sine 90 is 1. Okay, now reciprocal, that is cosec. Okay, so cosec 0 was not defined, but cosec 90 is 1. Okay, now similarly cos 0 was 1 and cos 90, that was 0. So reciprocal, that is sec. Sec 0 was 1 and sec 90 is not defined. Okay. Again, tan 0 was 0. Okay. And cot 0 was not defined. Now tan 90 is not defined and cot 90 is 0. I hope this is clear for all of you. Now you can see all these details in this table. So you can understand all the angles 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. So you can see in the table angles 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90, and these are the angles which are commonly used. The ratio with respect to these angles is what generally asked in aptitude exam, not only in 10th standard, even if you go higher level, like even in CAT also, these are the levels of questions which is expected. So let's see various values. Sine 0, that is 0, sine 30, 1 by 2, sine 45, 1 by root 2, sine 60, root 3 by 2, sine 90 is 1. We have seen all these values and we have understood how you got these values. What about cos 0? Cos 0 is 1, cos 30, root 3 by 2, cos 45, 1 by root 2, cos 60, 1 by 2, cos 90, 0. Similarly, tan 0 is 0, tan 30 is 1 by root 3, tan 45 is 1, tan 60 is root 3, tan 90 is not defined. Cosec 0 is not defined, cosec 30 is 2, cosec 45 is root 2, cosec 60 is 2 divided by root 3 and cosec 90 is 1. Sec 0 is 1, sec 30 that is 2 divided by root 3, sec 45 that is root 2, sec 60 that is 2 and sec 90 which is not defined. Cot 0 which is not defined, cot 30 that is root 3, cot 45 that is 1, cot 60 that is 1 divided by root 3 and cot 90 is 0. So these are the ratios that you need to remember, and you can solve the distance and angle related problems very easily.